Well, you look the same.
Yeah, thanks. And you look different.
Hey, it's no secret I had the CGI surgery done, and it's done wonders rejuvenating my career.
An animated pop culture extravaganza, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers is a fast and funny roller coaster into a cyclone of cartoon characters with clever gags, inventive action, and enough heart and depth to allow a story to eat through. This particular Rescue Rangers outing is a meta affair portraying the famous Chipmunks as actors who once starred on the Rescue Rangers TV series decades earlier. Now appropriately washed up in typical E! True Hollywood story fashion, Chip and Dale must bury the past in order to rekindle their friendship and save the day for real this time. Now, this hybrid slice of live action and animation silliness is perhaps the closest thing we'll ever get to a follow-up to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and not just because Roger Rabbit himself pops up briefly. It's a world where humans and cartoons coexist, and where any cartoon who breaks big in showbiz films their movies just like any other performer, except on an animated set. It's not a stretch by any means to imagine this being what Roger Rabbit's LA would be like 70 years later.
Wow, this VIP room is incredible. I'm freaking out, dude. Is that Jessica Rabbit over there? I'm only asking because I'm zip-tied in the back of a truck.
Whoa, what's with the attitude?
John Mulaney and Andy Samberg voice Chip and Dale respectively. Now, Mulaney lends his analytical, perturbed demeanor to Chip's cerebral idea man, while Samberg gives his man-child all as Dale, the duo's impulsive doofus. Now, Will Arnett is on hand as the villain, while the rest of the voice cast features recognizable efforts from Keegan-Michael Key, Seth Rogen, J.K. Simmons, Tim Robinson, Kiki Lane, and original Rescue Rangers voice actor Tress MacNeille. It's a strong cast capable of firing off the rapid jokes, as well as a nicely placed Seth Rogen bit.
What are you looking at? Your weird dead eyes.
Now, it's not the cast that warrants the majority of attention, though. It's the sheer shock of intellectual property collision. Of course, this isn't a new trick. In 1988, Roger Rabbit gave us Disney swirled up with Warner Brothers, and now we've got things like Ready Player One and Space Jam: A New Legacy giving audiences their fix of crossover battle royales to an extent we'd never dreamed of. And yet still, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers surprises on that front. With any meta project, there will be a few strained attempts at humor, and this story isn't fully free of that. But for the most part, the winking jokes and use of cartoon cameos are on point, filling the world with expansive ideas instead of one-off eye rolls.
I was always more of an Alvin and the Chipmunks person.
You monster.
The human story, or chipmunk story really, at the center of this madness involves two friends putting aside old differences and rediscovering the spark that made them buddies to begin with. This arc doesn't resonate as strongly as it could have, as the various gags take precedence, but it's still sweet enough to balance the film out and temper the hijinks, and together Mulaney and Samberg deliver some very funny banter. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it's a much better and far funnier animated smorgasbord offering than some of its recent predecessors. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers isn't the first movie to do what it's doing, with live action and animation sharing the screen, helping nurture a meta-comedy adventure, but it's damn funny and one of the cleverest uses of elder pop culture properties in a while. It skewers the industry, but in a whimsical way, not a tiring one. Andy Samberg and John Mulaney are vibrant and silly and just the right voice duo to bring these chipmunks back to life. The sentimental story is a bit thin, but the overarching insanity of everything else is wonderful. For more movie reviews, check out what we thought of Top Gun, Maverick, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And for everything else, stick with IGN.